Pêche de travailler, c'est fini, c'est pas reculé. C'est pas reculé. Hein? C'est toi le patron. C'est toi le patron, c'est toi. Allez, mon frère, c'est pour toi. D'accord?
Début de la deuxième reprise.
Round 2 underway, and a little bit of a different temperament here you see already from Bubak. Really selling out, coming in behind that high guard, trying to crowd Gokchek, who was really able to keep him at bay with really sharp pot-shotting jabs and right hands. And this is kind of a stylistic change for Gokchek that we've seen over the last 2 fights. And in the first 2 fights of his pro career, he was actually fighting more like Bechelagem is right now. He was kind of hustling in behind a high guard, letting off combinations, and then getting back out. But last time out, when we mentioned Gokchek's win over Octavian Grati, we saw more of this kind of Philly shell style. You know, he would tuck in behind a guard once in a while, but was carrying that left hand a little bit lower, and really it made him more of a confident and creative offensive fighter, and we've seen that already here in the early going. In particular, he's a lot more comfortable using his jab. See a lot more of this adapted stance. Good right hand right down the middle, splits the guard of Bubak. Nifty defense there from the Turkish prospect, and rips a couple of shots downstairs. This is impressive stuff in the early going. Bubak, a guy who's going to be there in front of you all night long. It's taken a fighter of the caliber of Luke Campbell to get him out of there. Gokchek's promoter, Errol Jalen of EC Boxing, said he likes that. He wants him to get good, valuable rounds here against a guy who has tested some more well-known fighters like Eubank and Campbell. Left hook there a moment ago punctuated a combination for Gokchek. Bubak just trying to crowd him as best he can. This is the range he wants to be in. He wants it to be as messy as possible. He's been able to get there at times. It has been primarily smooth sailing for Volkan Gokchek.
C'est bien, Bouba. C'est bien, souffle. Impeccable. Reste la bouche, reste la bouche. Ah, parfait. Voilà, bien. Bouba, écoute-moi là. Ça va ou pas? Faut travailler, faut pas laisser s'installer, Bouba. Il est ouvert en bas. La solution est au milieu, Bouba. Installe-toi et travaille ton bras arrière. Ton bras arrière, il passe, travaille en bas. Regardez ce qu'il fait là. Il bouge. Tu sais, quand tu le cadres, ça y est, il est tordu, Bouba. Ça, Bouba. Essaye de miser un peu plus au milieu, Bouba.
Troisième reprise.
Start of round 3. This one's scheduled for 6 in the super lightweight division. A catch weight of about 143. I mentioned Bubak took this fight on about 2 or 3 weeks' notice. The left hook sneaks in there from Bubak. One of the rare clean shots he's landed thus far. And likely one of the reasons Gokchak has looked so sharp here in the early going has been how busy he's been able to be throughout 2020, which is frankly remarkable given the circumstances. His promoters at EC Boxing have said we've been able to make the impossible possible. This is his 5th fight in 2020. His last fight was actually just in his home gym in the EC Boxing compound, which we've seen a couple of times. We saw the fight card actually at the Kronk Gym in Detroit, Michigan. And also good for a prospect like Gokchak to get out of the coziest of surroundings of his home gym and go to a different country, fight on the road, and oddly enough, at least be listed as the B-side in this fight. Another good body shot there from Gokchak, and that's been a hallmark of him throughout his young pro career, has been that committed body attack. You get a fighter like Bubak who likes to fight in that peekaboo style, a high guard. They almost give you those body shots. They try to catch them with the elbows, but Gokchak has been able to place plenty of them accurately here through 3 rounds. Another good right hand, and follows it up with a right hand over the top. Gokchak looking very comfortable in there, even in the moments where Beshalagam is holding on and trying to rough him up on the inside. Been quite composed thus far. Just missed with that left hook upstairs, but digs another right hand to the body. Very impressive performance. Whoa, what a shot right there at the bell. Beshalagam kind of dropped his hands thinking the round might be over. He got caught with the left hook. See it from earlier in the round. Take a look at the corner of Bubak.
Tranquille, souffle. Allez. Allez, souffle, souffle.
Parce que tu es fatigué, on voit qu'il faut y aller là. D'accord? C'est bien. Tu les couches, tu vois comme tout le monde s'est capturé. C'est rien d'autre.
Tes crochets partent de trop loin. Essaye de trouver la distance.
On va refaire les doigts. Allez.
Début de la 4e reprise.
Round 4 underway. You saw in the corner of Bubak, that was the brother of Abubakar Beshalaham, who has been his trainer since he was 12 years old, along with Patrick Perez, who is also in his corner here tonight. Trained him his entire life. Bubak actually had some success on the domestic level as an amateur. He won a national title, and he was the runner-up another 4 times. But as a pro, is kind of settled into that journeyman role, although he very much still has aspirations of winning a national title. When he's not testing prospects like this from other countries, he's still in the mix for a French title, and he's had some hard luck when it comes to that through the years. 3 times he's challenged for the French title, and twice has lost a split decision. The other time lost a unanimous decision. So there's very much a valid discussion about the array of belts and the confusion that it can cause in the sport of boxing, but you know, these regional and national titles can be very meaningful. Some of the lower level fighters, big right hand connects from Gokchek. Somehow Bubak was able to eat that. That was right on the button, and he connects with a left hook of his own. This is why he gets these calls to test prospects around the world. There's the expectation that he's going to be there from bell to bell, and he's also going to be in front of you from bell to bell. But oddly enough, just one knockout in his pro career, so matchmakers look at that and think, well, even if he gives my prospect a tough night, might not knock him out, but still don't want to take too many of those flush left hooks if you're Volkan Gokchek. Chopping right hand there connects from Bubak. A little adjustment here from Gokchek as well. In the previous rounds, he was allowing Bethlehem to hold on. He's trying to right here, but more and more he's trying to push off, getting away with a little elbow work to create a little bit of room. See if he can do more of that in the upcoming round.
Deux reprises, c'est rien. C'est quoi deux reprises, Bubak? Allez, Bubak. Cadre-le, ne suis pas. Cadre-le. Souffle. Allez, s'il te plaît. Deux reprises, c'est rien. Allez. Allez, Bubak. Tu peux, il faut pas. Allez, monte tes mains, s'il te plaît. Allez. Allez, Bubak, s'il te plaît. Monte tes mains, tranquille. Allez, ton bras bas. Ne laisse pas s'installer. Ton bras ailleurs passe, Bubak. S'il te plaît, ton bras ailleurs passe. Suis-le.
Allez. Tu vas voir un peu. Si t'as besoin de force, tu sais accompagner, je viens dans vas-y. Parce qu'on va pas... Allez mon poulet, allez.
Début de la 5e reprise.
Round 5 begins. A little unusual to hear two ringings of the bell to signify the 10-second marker and then the beginning of a round. Of course, typically used to hearing wood on wood or knocking on the canvas. Doing things differently in France here tonight. It's also very interesting in completely empty venues like this one, and of course there's nothing good about the circumstances that we're in, but as a viewer and as a commentator, it's very interesting to be able to hear everything in the fighter's corner. And even if you don't understand the language, you can really get a feel of what the tenor in each fighter's corner is. Very relaxed in the corner of Gokchek, a little more urgency in Bubak's corner. And you're seeing him try to pick up the tempo here. That was an uppercut on the inside that just missed from Gokchek as Bubak was falling in. That could have been dangerous stuff for Bubak. Pulls another uppercut there. Bubak starting to close the distance a little bit, starting to make Gokchek work. Maybe a little more than he wants to every moment of this round. This isn't new territory for Gokchek. He has been 6 rounds 3 times thus far in his pro career. And this is some good work from Bubak. There's been some flush shots here landing as he continues to close the distance. We mentioned in round 4 that Gokček had kind of made that adjustment to not want to hold on, to push off and create distance. But maybe he wants to hold on a little bit more, because when Bubak's getting in this range, well, over the last minute, he's having a lot of success. Oh, good uppercut connects there from Gokček. Now he's really biting down and trading with the veteran here. Good exchanges here. Now it's Gokček who actually initiates the clinch. Looking for a little break. We mentioned the tempo that Bubak can cut can be uncomfortable for some prospects. We'll go in the corner of Gokček. Take a look back at some of that action on the previous round. Real good shots here from Bechtel again. Perfect uppercut connects there from Gokček, but iron chin on the French journeyman.
Percute, il est passif, Bubak. Voilà, tu l'as vu. Percute, c'est passif, frérot. La solution elle est là. C'est rien, 3 minutes, Bubak. 3 minutes, allez, mon poulet. La solution elle est avec le percute. Je cherche pas 3 minutes. Le mec, il est le bon gars. Par contre, allez, juste ça va passer. Allez, mon poulet, allez, fini.
Début de la 6e et dernière reprise.
6th and final round, and depending on your perspective, this is either exactly what you wanted or not at all what you wanted to see. If you're a backer or supporter of the prospect Volkan Gokček, which is that for the last round in a bit, this is kind of turned into a bit of a firefight. Good learning experience, but at the same time, Gokček does want to get another fight in before the end of the year. This could potentially put that in jeopardy. All in all, assuming he can leave with a victory here, this will be good tape to study. There will be lots of fighters like this that he'll encounter on the way up. For Bechtel again, he says, I don't turn down fights. Got the late notice call to take this one, and he's giving a very good account of himself, as we tend to see when he steps through the ropes. Very valuable journeyman figure on the domestic and European scene. Good little 1-2 there, connects from Gokček. Right hand splits the guard of Bubak. As we enter the final minute of this fight, altogether, still an impressive showing for Gokček. Even if you thought he lost a round or two here, remember, Bechtel again is a guy who fought to a split decision with an undefeated fighter by the name of Laïd Douadi, who is 17-0 in his last fight. So, for a guy like Gokček in his 5th professional fight, to compose himself the way that he has here tonight is still very impressive. You're not going to pitch a shutout each and every time out, particularly when you're fighting guys with more experience than you. Right hand right on the belt line from Gokček. final 10 seconds of what turned into a good action fight for the final 3 rounds and a good learning experience for this Turkish prospect, Volkan Gökçek.
Good. Very good. Very good.
The corner of Gökçek certainly seems pleased. And I'm sure a memorable experience for this man, Bechler-Gam, to get to fight on a broadcast that is being shown nationally in France on our French broadcast partners, Canal Plus. And a fight on a card with Tony Yoka and Estelle Yoka-Mosley. Still a big moment for a domestic level fighter like this as we look back at action from the 6th and final round. These men trading hooks here on the inside. And it might have been the early rounds that really sealed this for Gökçek. We expected Bubak to start a little bit faster. Typically, he really blazes out of the gate, piles up some early rounds just based on grit and hustle. But if you're looking for Bechler-Gam rounds, I would think they actually came a little bit later, and there probably weren't enough of them. But we'll see what our ring announcer has to say. As we wait for the scorecards. See if Gökçek can improve to 5-0, or Bechler-Gam can improve to 500. All right, we have the scorecards in the ring. Let's send it down to our ring announcer for the judge's official decision.
Pour Monsieur Derval, 59-55 en faveur de Gökçek. Pour Monsieur Potier, 58-56, Bechler-Gam. Pour Monsieur Zidane, 58-56 pour le vainqueur. Dans le coin bleu, Abubakar Bechler-Gam.
Wow, what a surprise. Abubakar Bechler-Gam pulls the upset. A shock here in France as the journeyman Bubak improves to 13-11-2 and knocks off an undefeated Turkish prospect in Volkan Gökçek. Wow, that was very much unexpected. And you know, it is difficult to actively score a fight, particularly as you're calling a fight, solo. It felt to me like the early rounds, the early 3 rounds, must have gone to Gökçek. Nonetheless, a big victory for Abubakar Bechler-Gam, who no doubt will be getting more phone calls after this.
fait 58, 56, tu me l'avais,
And we apologize for the delay here. We're working as best we can to try to get word as to what's going on here. But the best I can tell, there's a discussion going on here with the judges and with the commission.
Okay, hey. Okay. Something, but don't stay. Okay, hey, I don't care you being there as long as you're seeing, using your defense and working off it. But if you're just there trying to rest, don't rest it. Okay? Yep, good stuff, good stuff. Yep, okay, that's it. You want to take that over, they lost that time. That's it. Good stuff.
See Gokchek's promoter, Errol Jalen, now in the ring.
Good. Keep it right there, as long as you're staying. As long as you're staying. See everything. Yep, seeing all those shots.
A really bizarre scene here in Nantes. And now our ring announcer tried to play security, tried to keep the promoter away from the microphone. We hope that we don't have a 27-minute delay like we saw with Josh Franco and Andrew Maloney a couple of weeks ago. As it stands right now, it is a majority decision victory. A decision win for Abubakar Bechela-Gem.
On va appeler l'arbitre sur le ring, s'il vous plaît. On va appeler donc monsieur Thierry Dubois sur le ring, s'il vous plaît.
Oh, wow, are we going to reread the decision? Okay, let's send it down to the ring.
Et donc voilà, ça peut arriver, une petite erreur de pointage. C'est toujours une décision partagée, mais une décision qui a été renversée, donc déclaré vainqueur de ce combat international des super légers. Dans le coin rouge, Volkan Gokček.
So a very bizarre scene after a recalculation. The winner of this fight is indeed Volkan Gokček. Wow. I mean, this is one that will be debated, and I'm sure debated on a legal level from the camp of Abubakar Bechela-Gem. A really, really unusual scene here. And it'll be interesting as the days go on here to try to find out just what happened here. Were the scores mistabulated? What went on? Nonetheless, as it stands, Volkan Gokček does improve to 5-0 after all.
International dans la catégorie des poids lourds. Un combat prévu en 6 rounds de 3 minutes. On va appeler sur le ring l'arbitre, monsieur Franz Zidane.